Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Meloncita, and today I am going to be going through my January reflections and my February monthly goals. So if you are interested in seeing how I did this past month, then keep watching. All right, so for a quick refresher, I use the Makse Life system in a happy planner, and these were my monthly goals for the month of January. I don't think I actually talked about this, and so I guess I'll just talk about it now. So here are my monthly goals. So I put it on the currently page of the month. So for personal, I have make photo collages for October, November, and December, and I also have a kit tracker that I use, like my sticker kit tracker for keeping track of what I want to use throughout the year, specifically for my creative vertical, like my photo memory planner. And so I wanted to prep that, make sure that it was ready for 2026. I get a copy of it from, I used to get it from Tattooed Teacher Plans, but she is inactive on YouTube. She had like a spreadsheet that you can download, and so I've just been kind of just using that and updating it as needed. So I did do that, and I did do the photo collages. So this was all done. For fun and recreation, I have read 2 books, and so I did say read, not necessarily finish. So the book that I finished was my book club book, which was The Distance Between Us by Reina Grande. And it was a very good book. I recommend it. It is a story, it is a memoir about the author living in Mexico, and then immigrating to America during like the late 80s, early 90s, and kind of the life that she lived during that time. So, very good read, a very, very good story. So, recommend it. And then the second book that I started was Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I had read it before a while ago, but with the show coming out, I wanted to read it, and my husband is actually interested in reading it too, so we're kind of just reading it together. And this book will carry over into the next month as well. For work and learning, I am using the HB90 system, which is a productivity system by Heart Breathings here on YouTube. I use this for my work. So this is what I use to keep track of like the videos and social media and things like that. So I just said that, yeah, I worked on it. So I completed that. For family and relationships, I had reach out to family. So I had my dad, my brother, and my sister, and I reached out to them. I should put that I did reach out. So I did do that. Yay. So for health and wellness, I'm trying to keep a daily habit of water. I have 2 times daily because I have a big Yeti 40-ounce cup with a straw that I try to drink 2 of. I didn't have it back in LA, so I've been out of town and we didn't come back until maybe like the second half of the month. But I've been trying to do 2 times. I've been successful with drinking 1 full cup a day. So hopefully in the next month I will get to 2 cups a day. And then for the steps, I had a daily goal of 6K, didn't hit it, but that's okay. Not hit every day. I hit it. I have been more active, which is fantastic, but it's still just, I could do better. So that will carry over as well. For spiritual and personal growth, I have a study that I'm doing with my sister, and I did 1 week. It's for 4 weeks, but I only did one, but that's okay. Things were crazy. So, 25% of the time was good. And then 1 new Parker trail per month. I didn't go on one, but my baby did. So she went on a new trail with her grandma and her aunt. So I'm going to say that technically it's a new trail, even though it wasn't for me, it was my baby. So that's good. So for financial, I had research savings. I didn't actually do that, but I think I'll carry that over. Not this month, but maybe the next month. But this one didn't happen. For physical environment, I had research mattress, which is funny because I'll get to that in February. which I did do, and then boxes sent home. So we sent home some boxes from LA to where we are instead of carrying it on the plane because, during the holiday season and we've been there for a while, so we accumulated a lot of things, particularly for our baby because, Christmas happened and got a lot of gifts. And so we sent that back home, and all of them came back home to us in one piece. So that was how my monthly goals for the month of January went. Overall, I think that's pretty good. Actually, a very good month. And so just doing a quick look at the monthly. So for the monthly, what I do is I use the monthly of my planner. I used to use it for like appointments and things and like decorating it all cute, but I found that hold on. I found that I wasn't really looking at the monthly as often as I thought I would be doing, and so what I'm doing instead is I'm kind of transferring over what I used to do in my goals planner into my catch-all planner or my mixture planner, and putting the weekly actions that I accomplished on the monthly. So this gives just like a visual of how the month went, what I did, and I also color code it based on the Moxie Life colors. This is the key that I have. These aren't the colors. These aren't the exact colors for Moxie Life, but they are the colors that I use in my budget. And I found like the colors that would best align with the colors for Moxie Life. So it's not exactly, but it works for me. And so I have this key here that I created. And these are the weekly actions that I completed. So, just like I said, with the color coding, it gives me a visual of like kind of what days I do certain things. So for example, like Wednesday, for some reason, I didn't do anything. So that's fine. It's just an interesting thing. Like what is it about Wednesdays that I don't really do anything goal setting wise? I'm not sure, but maybe I can think about that of like how I schedule things in the future. Like here, for example, like I do a lot of red over the weekend, which makes sense. My husband works a full-time job and I am full-time mom. So on the Fridays and the weekends, I'm doing work stuff, or on Fridays especially, it looks like I'm doing a lot of prep work stuff to do throughout the week. So that makes sense to me, and seeing all of this, this makes a lot of sense. So with this and with the weekly reflections, I'm going to work on the monthly reflections. I'm just going to grab a sheet, like this blank sheet of paper, and I'm going to answer the questions that are in the planner. I guess I'll just do that right now. Okay. So these are my monthly reflections for January. I just pulled out this sticker sheet that fell out from one of the sticker books. It's just like these flags that say things, but I'm not really using it for that. Like what they literally say on there, I'm just using it as kind of like a way to break out the questions. Anyways, so for the first question, my biggest wins this month were running the business and getting a domain. And so that was a really big kind of solidifying factor for the oh crap, this is actually happening thing. So I'm really proud of myself for actually following through on that. Posting more on YouTube and more on Instagram, actually. I don't typically share like stories, or haven't been posting as frequently as I have wanted to on Instagram, but now I'm trying to make an effort into doing that. And I have been more than I was before. Definitely want to increase it, but baby steps. Finishing The Distance Between Us and reading Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and also getting all of my photo collages done for my photo memory for the year of 2025. So next question, things that are currently working in my life: teamwork with husband, being supportive of everything that I am doing, because none of this really is possible without him and his support. What's it called? Daily journaling. So I have my daily journal, this A5 magnet, and I haven't shown much of it right now, but it's basically like my highlights journal. And so I've been keeping I've been keeping up with this, so I'm really proud of myself of that. Getting into a routine of planners, work and home. And our baby is healthy, smart, and funny. And so those are things that are currently working in my life. Things that are not currently working in my life, no surprise, rest, health, and wellness. So those were the areas, as you can see on my monthly, I had no blues. So yeah, I have no blues on here anywhere. And so that's definitely one of the areas that I really need to focus on, just intentionality wise, and really remembering that health and wellness is my stretch goal. So remembering myself and remembering to take care of myself, because that's really important. Yeah. What I learned this month, I can figure things out on my own, and it's good to ask questions. And if I don't finish something, it's okay. I'm the one making my own deadlines. So, it's just me. I'm doing this, and so I'm the one who knocks. No, I'm the one who needs to be doing the work, right? And so, but I need to give myself grace too, because we just got started. So what improvements or adjustments do I need to make going into next month? I want to try to plan out content better with ideas of videos in advance. So this month was kind of just like, what is it, like flying the seat of my pants, trying to just come up with something, record it, and get it up as soon as possible. But for February, I kind of want to make sure I have a set idea of what videos are going to go on which days. Try out designated days for doing certain things. So like batch doing things. So recording on like Wednesday or Friday, or playing a game, like video games, on a Thursday or something like that, right? What am I grateful for right now? The perfect baby and exceptional husband. So that I am very grateful for that. For them, they just keep me going. And then having the resources and the means to do what I want with my life. That kind of ties in with having my husband as well. Not being like completely dependent on him financially, but also just mentally, emotionally. He's like my biggest cheerleader. And so I'm just really happy. And, I couldn't have a better cheerleader on my side. Habits I want to nurture next month. Less doom scrolling, because, yeah. Really just trying to look at the high level of news instead of just inundating myself and getting bombarded with a bunch of bull crap, intentional, right? Like intention is my word of the year. So being intentional with how I consume media, and steps in being outside more. Definitely want to get moving, need to get outside, touch grass, that kind of thing. And maybe even like going so far as being more involved in the community, being more involved with like the small businesses around me, trying out new things around me instead of being on my phone, right? Building that community kind of stuff. And then for area I want to focus on is financial. And I will get into that when I talk about February goals. And for this rate my overall satisfaction for this month, I'd give it a 7. It was a very strong start to the year. Even with all of the, the world. But it was a strong start, but, want to do better next month. And so, yeah, that's my January reflections. And so for February, I kind of have like some brain dump ideas. So I'm just going to use the back of this to write out some of the ideas that I have for February. I don't know why I started writing cursive. Anyway, okay. For personal, I want to finish. So I have a creative vertical that's like my memory keeping. My memory keeper. I want to finish January because I have like of 2025. I'm backlogging in January because this is kind of like a newer system of last year. So I wanted to do January 2025. I have like another week or two. And then I want to start February of 2025. I'm going to do 2 weeks of that. If I want to do 3, if I want to do the full month, that's great. But I want to aim for at least 2. And then print photo collages because I made them, but I need to print them now. So that should be more than enough For fun and recreation, I want to read 2 books. So one of them is for sure going to be the book club. And then the other is going to be Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm just going to put Knight. And then I want to play 2 games. Because my goal is to play 10 games a month, 10 games in the year. So I want to play 2 games. Not finish, just play. Just start them or complete them or pick up where I left off kind of thing. For work and learning, I'm just going to put HB90 because I have all of my goals and stuff for that in there. So family and relationships, I want to reach out to family. Each month it's going to be reach out to family, but it's going to be different families each time, or members each time. So dad, sister, and my niece. So daily habits of, this time it's going to be water 2 times and steps 6K or 30-minute movement. So that could be like walking outside. That could be going on a walk with my daughter, or like a dance party or something that gets my body moving, or stretching, yoga, stuff like that. Spiritual personal growth. So we need to do my stubby bubby. That's what we call it. Week 4 to 8, and then new trail or park this month. For financial, I want to file our taxes. So this is an exciting year because this is the first year with our daughter. So filing with a dependent, it's going to be crazy. And then for physical environment, I want to hang up wall art. I want to get stuff up, and I'm actually going to put purchase mattress. But spoiler alert, we already did in the beginning of the month. But I'm counting that as in February. So I know this is really rough and ready. This will be transferred to be cute over here. But I'm just kind of writing this out so that you can see it. And or if I like change my mind about certain things, I can change it. But yeah, I'm actually going to put this here with January. Actually, no. I'm going to keep it over here with February. And then when I transfer these over to here, then I'll move it back to January. So that is my January 2026 reflections and my February monthly goals. Oh, you should always title your pages. So that is all of the that's it for this video. That was my 2026 January reflections and my February goals. Sorry that this writing is so messy. I'm just trying to get it down so that it's out of my head. But it will look somewhat cuter and nicer on here when I'm finished. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I am planning to do at least like one weekly check-in throughout February of kind of just showing myself like throughout the week, checking in with myself, filling out my weekly actions, and doing like my weekly reflection. So if you're interested in seeing that, go ahead and click on my face to subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, give this video a like. I'd love to hear from you. How is your month going? How is February going for you? I hope that you're doing well. Take care of yourself. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.